So anyways, I would like to share something about my wonderful snakes. First, I will take one of them and like we will start, I think, I don't know, with a small one she just said. So I think we will start with the big one and finish on that too, because like he's the only one available, because the small one has just shed and I want her to rest a bit. So here is my a little bit overwhelmed baby. I love you. Who's a angel? So yeah, he is a king snake or a milk snake, as you wish. He's a gentle heart who really likes playing. Yeah, so, and I would like to say that, so I got when he was about 4 years old. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Would you like to look? Oh, sissy boy. Would you like to look at the camera? Say hello. I don't know, his face is somewhere here. Oh, my filming abilities. I love you. I love you. So, pardon for my look, I'm in my pajamas right now. It's almost 1 a.m. Basically, I'm gonna let him walk on the bed. He can enjoy himself as much as he wishes. So, basically, the story is I've got him when he was about, as the breeder told me, 4 years old. He didn't want to breed, even though he tried to breed yesterday with a ball. That was a good one. And yeah, so, and I've got Lucian, the baby corn snake, when she was a baby, less than 6 months. Because like she had to start eating, like, I think she was like, I don't know, like, I don't remember when I got her, so, but like, I think 3 months, maybe she was something like that. Anyways, and I see the difference in their behavior. First of all, what I would like to tell you is that what surprised me a lot is that snakes, they are kind of like dogs. They're a sweetheart. Okay, let's go play here. Okay, so I will see you. Thank you, love. So yeah. So anyways, they are kind of like dogs. You know, I was quite surprised about that because I was thinking like, you know, reptiles, they're not going to react in any way on me or in anything, you know. They are reptiles. What am I expecting them to be? And I was quite surprised that, for example, Baron, honey, would you like to be a part of the video? You're so active right now. So yeah, anyways, he so basically I have started some kind of a light training for him. So I started letting him out of his enclosure to just walk, for example, on the bed. And he was walking perfectly fine on the bed for a couple of months. So, and he learned the word no, and he was going out, he wasn't going out of the bed, so he was just on this king size bed, okay. So, and he was just enjoying himself. He has some kind of like toys running around, so he can just like, you know, inspect, explore. And that is quite amazing. So, and in the beginning, of course, he was trying to slither down from the bed. And I obviously didn't allow him because I was thinking like if he was gonna get somewhere, get himself injured, I didn't want it. And he actually had an injury because once he tried to escape from his enclosure, and I saw him and I was just like, what's up? And he like very fast pushed away and pulled away. I mean, and he kind of like took off a part of his skin on the chin, and this was not very nice. Sweetheart, let's agree that right now you are here, okay? Love you. So yeah, like right now he actually tries to go down from the bed because I think this last week, like for about a week, I was allowing him to go down from the bed and kind of slither around, you know, shag a wall for some reason. He really enjoys it. So yeah, and he's just kind of exploring and absolutely being happy with that. Obviously in controlled manner, so I'm not just like sitting there and playing Minecraft and he's just slithering around. This is exactly what I'm doing. But anyways, so yeah, so he just understands what he can do, what he cannot do. Sometimes, like for example, right now, a couple of times he showed me that like, lady, I won't go down, and I was just like, nope. And right now he's just like, okay. So he will probably still try to do that because he already has been for like quite some times on the bed, like today, so he wants to go somewhere else, and I do understand that it's normal. So yeah, but yeah, it actually feels like a dog. So he is a sweetheart, just such a nice boy. So yeah, but what I have noticed is when I try to kinda, you know, touch him, you know, like just, you know, pat him a bit, sometimes he just like, you know, like, whoa, are you gonna kill me? Are you gonna kill me, lady? And I'm just like, no, I'm not gonna kill you. And he's just like, are you totally gonna kill me? And He's just like, maybe not gonna kill me, maybe not gonna kill me, you know. And yeah, and so like when I try to pet him, he reacts like as a snake, like shoot, like no, like hey, don't do that. You know that you can go up but not down. Baron, thank you. You're a good boy. He came back. I called him. He came back. So yeah, and snakes do have ears. By the way, I cannot tell about like scientifically because I really just cannot tell you. Don't care. Didn't explore that much. I did, but I have forgotten. So if they are capable of recognizing their own names, I'm sorry. My hair is just like this cruel right up. Ah, sweetheart. Okay. No. Okay. You're such a beautiful baby. Oh my god. Okay, can you try and, it's a lamp. It can fall, so be careful. Okay, he's slithered towards his enclosure and the lamp is just like, ooh, he's a heavy boy. But he managed it. So I'm kinda like trying to let him do that himself stuff, so I'm kinda in control nearby. But I want him to feel like if something falls, he kinda like will like, if he falls, obviously I will help him. But I still want him to understand what's happening, so he wouldn't be just like, you know, these kind of pets who just know nothing and they just like slap on the floor and they just like, how did that happen? Well, you know, you know, if you're on the top of something, you're gonna most probably go down. So he right now is trying to go down from his enclosure on the floor, so God bless his soul. And yeah, so, but the most important part was that I tried to teach both of them to be on the bed, and right now Baron is going to be trying to go down from the bed. And Luthien is right now just only on the bed because she's a small baby. She's going to be a year in August. Right now it's July 18th, so she's going to be a year in August. Yeah, so yeah, she's a small baby, and she's like a long spooky noodle. Where are my hats? Okay, there's our. Anyways, you've got it. I need to check on Baron. Wait for it. Oh, it was literally a second. I looked there and I saw him. Anyways, yeah, he's trying to go near the wall. So we'll see if he gets to the door. I will check on him. But anyways, yeah. He found a bicycle. He's trying to go in the wheel, and he did, and he's enjoying himself. Anyways. Yeah, so, and Luthien is allowed just to be on the bed. And when I, for example, pet Luthien, yes, she's just like, yeah, sure, girl, like, go for it. Like, you know, just, she enjoys it. And they are both very nice and very, 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 like, well-tempered, is good, snakes. So, yeah, so the worst I've got from Baron was, like, just like, you know, sometimes when he doesn't want to be touched, or sometimes, for example, like what he has learned is that, honey, if you're gonna go on the floor, we're gonna have a fast bath. So I just like take a bath, make it like of the appropriate temperature, like some water of appropriate temperature, just like very fast, and just rinse him. So like, because he was on the floor, yeah, my floors are clean, but you know. Oh, let me, he goes there. So yeah, here he is. It took me again like 30 seconds to get him. I just didn't want him to get under the bed because there's some equipment, like sport equipment. Yeah, let's go in the bra. No, I'm kidding, he didn't go there. So yeah, beautiful specimen. Don't be scared, baby. Could you just show people yourself? Who's a good boy? Yes, you are. Oh, sassy boy. I love you. You know that. I love you so much. So yeah, here we go. So, and yeah, and Luthien allows me to pet her as much as she wishes. You could see, like, here, I will try to pet him. Oh, right now he's okay with that as well. Thank you for the demonstration, sweetheart. You're right there? Don't go down, okay? He likes exploring. So yeah, basically what I want to say to people who want to own reptiles is that it's possible with these sweethearts to be like with a pet. it was a little bit worrisome for me when I just got them for the first time. I was just like, what is, like, I wanted snakes since I was a kid, so it wasn't like, shall I not? It was just like, yay! And I'm really happy with that, but it's sometimes, you know, you want to understand that it's your pet, that it understands that it's you, and they do, they sniff you with their tongue, you know, and they're really, really nice pets. I'm really happy about that. I was thinking of getting an iguana, but right now, yeah, everything I hear from everybody from different countries, in different languages, the only word I hear when I'm asking, like, shall I get an iguana, they say, like, iguana is a terrible pet, like, terrible, in all the languages. English, Spanish, French, and German, everybody just saying it's terrible, like, in different languages, but the word is the same, and it was really fun. So I'm still thinking about that, because, like, having an iguana is like having a dog, but, like, you know, you wouldn't get an allergic reaction as I will, because I'm allergic to dogs, and at the same time you will get probably a crazy dog which wants to just sometimes just slap you in the face with its extremely dangerous tail, just screw you, lady, like, you know, yeah, like this meme, like with lightnings, like you this particular 6 fish, you know, and there's like 6 lightnings. Anyways, so yeah, he's a good boy, you're a good boy. So yeah, it's very funny that they are trying to sneak up on you. So they kind of, like, you know, when I'm not looking, like when I'm looking at them, they're just like, oh yeah, I have my life, so like, lady, little do I need you. But when I'm not looking, they kind of very slowly, they kind of get into you, and they just like sneak up on you, and they just like, it's very funny. You know, when it first happened, I was just like, because he's doing it right now, because I'm not looking at him, and he's just like very slowly moving towards me, like very slowly. They don't do anything, they don't attack, nothing, they just sneak up on me, and when I see them, I'm just like, oh, like, hello, you know, and they just like, yay, and they go do their stuff. Cool boy. So yeah, it really reminds me of this, like, kind of video when a guy lays in his bed, like, in computer, and there is like a snake comes, and he like screams like a girl on the top of his lungs, and he's just like, oh, hello, to his snake. And that's actually how it feels, because, like, yeah, like, they really know how to sneak up on you. So having a snake is an amazing, wonderful, brilliant experience, and just for me personally, I really love it. I really, 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 I'm so happy to have them both, and I really love that, like what I was expecting is that kind of snakes wouldn't need my attention at all. So probably they would just need their food, some food, yeah, and that's kind of it. You know, like, give me food, give me water, give me my enclosure, give me some fun leaves and rocks and stuff. Don't touch me. But they actually, when I was kind of a little bit down in the dorms, you know, I didn't kind of pay them much attention. Like, I'm checking on them a couple of times a day just to be sure that they are all right, that there are no issues, you know, there's no malfunction in the equipment, because, like, yeah, everything's controlled, but you never know how it's gonna go. So yeah, and something that was broken, and this is a real life, so it's a living creature, you don't want them to suffer in any way. So yeah, and a very fun moment was that they wanted to kind of interact with me, so they were just like trying to, like, hey, come on, lady, could you please? And that was really nice, and I started interacting with them. Right now I'm interacting with them every day for like at least half an hour, unless they're shedding. If they're in shed, obviously I'm not touching them, because, like, yeah, so it's not nice. And yeah, so what else I can say? Yeah, a very interesting, the beginning of the kind of like this behavior when they're going for a walk was when Baron started trying to escape from his enclosure, because it's kind of transparent, so he could see through, and he just probably wants to explore, and he happened to be a very explorative young man. Anyways, so yeah, and he was trying to escape under the lead, and he tried to push it up, and like, he realized that on one side of enclosure I can see him, and on the other side, it's to the farther side anyways, any side as you wish. So yeah, he, like, it's more difficult for me to see him because it's behind the caves, and like, kind of like, you know, behind of what I'm seeing. And he was trying to push there, and at some point I was just like, okay, I was opening up and I was letting him out. I just would take him and put it on the bed, and then he kind of developed a very interesting structure, which was completely surprising to me as an owner of a reptile. Because, like, let's say the right side of an enclosure is the side that is closer to me, and the left side is the side that is further away from me. Oh, he's a good boy. You're a good boy. Bucky. So yeah, and he developed a structure. If he wanted to go, like, kind of for a walk, let's go this way, he would go on the right side of the enclosure, and he kind of like he wouldn't push anymore, but he will put his head like on the top, saying like, I'm ready for a walk. And I will let him out. And if he will push on the left side of the enclosure, again, just put his head there, he wouldn't particularly push. It means that something is wrong in my enclosure. Too hot, too cold, he pooped, or something like that. And I was shocked. I was like, wow, like, oh, wow, that's amazing. So, and yeah, and then we developed the next. So for like about a month or two, I was like taking him out of the enclosure, putting him on the bed. And right now, like, I just, at some point, like, I wake up, I have my breakfast, I open up an enclosure, the lid, and he's just allowed to go anywhere he wishes. He usually goes and slithers down to my bed. There is like kind of like a way for him, and I am letting him explore this. For the first couple of times I was kind of like in control, like, okay, do you understand? Like, like, oh, am I only dreaming, you know? So yeah, and right now he's just allowed to just, yeah, go for it. So he slithers wherever he wishes. Right now, like, when he's on the bed, I'm just like looking at him, but when he's just, I'm a little bit more in control when he goes on the floor, because yeah, in Spain there are some, like, for example, I have like a small kind of like hole under the door. It's not big, but you have no idea how like amazing snakes are, what type of that was a very important part, yeah, what type of an escape artist they can be. And you will think like, he will not like get there, like, you know, how would they know, you know, this stuff. And he would get there no matter how big boy he is. What kind of a big boy he is. Oh, sweaty, sorry. So yeah, so that is really fantastic in like owning a reptile. I am so happy with that. Like with Baron, like, I love them both so much, Baron and Lucien. Lucien is a baby yet, so you should understand that yes, she's just going on the bed. And Baron, sweetheart, may I ask you not to, okay? He's a good boy. Right now I didn't touch him, I just showed him my face. So he will not go down, he will go up. So I will see him a little bit more. And like, yeah, I would like to add some more stuff. What is it? Yeah, so small stuff. Right, so yeah, Lucien is a baby, and you know, I would say that she loves eating and she loves sleeping. Like, you know, like, I put her out mainly, like Baron, he's all over the enclosure all the time. Sweetheart, no, let's go here, okay? Love you. He's a good boy. He's a little punky. No, you're not a punky. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. May I? Here we go. Anyways, so yeah, and Baron, Lucien and Baron, blah blah blah. What am I talking about? Yeah, so Lucien, like, she really like likes being in her enclosure and just sleeping there. And Baron, he's always all over the place. All over the place, oh my god, so such an active little sweetheart. An angel. I love you so much. Oh my god, I love you so much. So yeah, and Baron, he's much more active, like, here, you see that? I would also recommend always give them something to hold their tails on. That gives them protection. Yes, and just use my boob is one of these protective services. Come on, here. Use my hand. Sweetheart, cheers. Here, he's using my boob. Well, whatever helps you, sweetheart. Baby. Baby exploring there. My pillow. Good for you. Anyways. yeah, so Lucian also I'm taken out of the enclosure, so she would poop. She does poop, of course, in the enclosure, but she goes out like, like literally I decided like to check once. He was going out, she was going out, like once a week or so, and I was just like, baby, honey, here, good boy. Bumped his nose. So yeah, and so for her, I'm letting her out. First, I just will put the lid of her enclosure, and I will just kind of let her like go around the lid, and she will go around the lid, and she will poop. Okay, everybody poops, so like, sometimes when I'm telling somebody like, "Boo, my snake pooped," they just like, "Why are you talking about that?" It's just like, because everybody poops. So yeah, and sometimes people just don't read the books. Like, everybody poops is such an available literature. And he's under the blanket. Okay, you're gonna sneak up on me. And yeah, so I allowed her like kind of like do a couple of rounds, couple of circles around the lid. She does her very important business. Okay, like it's difficult to understand where when he's under the blanket. It's just like, I don't know. So yeah, and then after that I just allow her to slither around. Like when I touch her, she is much more comfortable with the touch than Baron. Baron is comfortable with the touch, much, especially like when I first got him. It felt like, like he wasn't, like he was bred for probably just breeding, not as a pet. And yeah, he was like, but he was such a nice, like from the very first second, it was really amazing. So I really love him. And oh my god, I love them so much. I'm just reminiscing about loving those reptiles. So yeah, so like I've heard a lot that like don't expect like love for your snake, but they are amazing, and they are surprisingly affectionate. I don't know where they get it from, because like they're reptiles, they're supposed to like be like reptiles, right? But they do recognize me, and they do even like I remember saying stop to Baron when he went down the bed. I was just like saying the word stop, but like a little bit more, like just stop, but loud, but not screaming. Just right now I don't want to say, because he's near and I don't want him to hear the word. I don't know if he does or does not react. I used to study brains, neurostructure of the brain, when I was in the university, and I do really love this topic, but I kind of like went into mammals more rather than reptiles, so I'd like to learn a little bit more about them. Probably I would do that today. I would totally do that today. Here we go, that's a topic for tonight. It's 1 a.m. so 1 at night. Oh, who is such a brilliant snake? I love you so much. Yes, so I'm gonna study brains. And yeah, so he started like, for the first, like I think it took me like literally 2-3 times to say like the word, and he started hearing it. And also when I'm saying his name, like Baron, he reflects somehow. It's like, it feels like magic to me, because I wasn't expecting that from the reptiles. So, but for the reptile community, and if you ever want to have any kind of a reptile, he's laying there looking at me. So yeah, like, they are amazing. They are brilliant. Baron, would you like to show yourself one more time on camera? I would like to finish my video. Oh, you can't go like very slowly, like, oh, she's not gonna see, I'm gonna sneak down from the back, she ain't not gonna see. Anyways, love your pets, love yourself, and I love you. And he came back. Good boy. And right now he's going back to his enclosure. So yeah, that's amazing. When he wants to go back home, and he's just sick and tired of me. I'm kidding. He just goes there. He just goes there. That's really amazing. I am so proud and so happy. Yeah, right now he's slithering up to his enclosure. Here we go. That's fantastic. It's really fabulous. Oh my god, I love them so much. So yeah, here we go. If you own an iguana as a pet, I would like to ask you probably a couple of questions. So share with me if you own an iguana as a pet. Tell me if it can just live in the apartment, because I want to give it a cage, but also let it just run around as it wishes. So tell me if you have such experience and how it went, and especially if you own an adult iguana, because yeah, that's a big question. Having a baby iguana is not a problem, but having an adult can be a much bigger question. If you're going down, I don't know. So yeah, and if you own a snake, tell me your story. Do you have anything about your snakes that surprised you in a fantastic way? So share with. Oh no, he's there. He's he's sniffing around his enclosure. So share with me your snake experiences. I will be happy to read them all. So have a fabulous day. Love you all.